Chun sa táisih is mis bara tá súla gom go bhfuil gach duine go ba. Anis tá mé ag cleachta mo cúpla focail ó Gaeilge agus tá mé ag cleachta an port seo jig agus an Cordal jig an anam ar an port seo. So I'm going to play a tune called the Cordal jig, and it's I think it's associated with Kerry or the Slieve Lurca, I suppose Cork Kerry as well, or they definitely played a lot down my home place. I'm North Kerry originally, so it's definitely played down there a fair bit. So it's the Cordal jig. I'm going to play it very, very slowly. So before I start, I'll play it very, very slowly. It's a lovely, lovely tune. Nice. I'll talk a little bit about ornamentation. So I'm using cuts like so, or grace note like, which is BDB very quickly on the first part, and then I'm also using an ornamentation on the E, which is E G E D E. So they're just examples of ornamentation, and you can put them into the tune whatever way. And other tunes, once you start getting used to playing them, the other thing you can do is double octave playing them, I mentioned before. So it's like a D, playing a low note and a high note together. Very simple technique, and it can actually accentuate out the rhythm. And again, in terms of grace notes, you can grace any note. Generally speaking, it's the note closest to the note. It really depends, and it's about the efficiency that you can put it in. And it also depends on the key of the tune. So, for example, like in lots of tunes, the concertina players would use the ornament high D, and the trick is to try and put it in as subtly as possible, so you can hardly hear it. Like another one would be on the A would be ADBA. So in this tune, if I'm using the grace note on the B, it's BDB and it's fat. And I try and make as I'm playing, I try and make the D more and more subtle. So it might be only just tipping the note. So that's just examples. And so actually on the second part, there's an ornament on the D. You can use that D, E, C sharp D. And there's an ornament on the high F, which is F, A, F. So there's lots of ornamentation on the high Fs, which is F, A, F, B, E on the first part. So just examples of it as you're playing. So I'm just literally, so I'm really going to play this tune very, very slowly. And all it is the case, like, so if you go to Irish music workshops, generally speaking, the teacher plays the tune over and over again, very, very slowly, talks a little bit about style, and you just try and pick up as best as possible the thing. On the notes, on this, I like to, if you continue to put in space into notes, it can make it punchier, like. It's just an example of what you can do, and also then put in ornamentation. You can also lengthen notes. Just every so often. So I'm just giving you it's up to yourself to build up your own style and bring in your own type of thoughts as you're in there. So I've chatted enough on it. I'm just going to play a tune a couple of times. I'm going to keep playing it over and over very, very slowly. the other thing is that you can do is use the air button to accentuate the rhythm. You can also look. You've got grace notes, rolls, double octave playing, a few harmonics for like a low A and a C sharp. On it, like there's lots of things you can do on the concertina in terms of ornamentation. It's just about developing your own style on that. You can also play it very, very simply. Take out all the ornamentation and try and just work on the melody. And get, like a lot of the older players didn't put in hardly any ornamentation, and had this beautiful lift on that, a staccato type of lift, like of Mrs. Crotty, and then there's Kitty Hayes from Clare, who's a beautiful style of playing. And look, just even the older players, it's look them up on YouTube. There's loads of recordings of them, and after that, try and listen to as many players as you can of the instrument, the concertina, and then even look at other instruments and just develop your own style. So that's the chordal jig. I'll play it once, and I'll twice now, and I'll really play it slowly again.